So I'm making a quick video before I go to work because, well, if you read my last post, it's just been a hard 24 hours, but I was getting really angry and I was thinking about him using drugs and like just being mad at him, I guess, and I started really thinking like how in the recovery community like we can treat people badly when they use and relapse and treat them as if they're a failure. And God was kind of like, you know, if you had a friend who had cancer and they were in remission and then all of a sudden they found out their cancer was back, you wouldn't be mad at them. You would be praying with them, you'd be encouraging them, you would be supporting them, uplifting them, just, you know, being there for them. And I think oftentimes we forget to look at this as a disease when people relapse and remember that that it's cunning, baffling, and powerful, and each and every one of us is susceptible to that. But not only that, I've been looking at my recovery journey, and it's so not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. My recovery journey is far from perfect. I don't get on social media to make it look like I have this whole thing figured out, because honestly, I don't have shit figured out. I take it day by day, and that's all I can do. That's all any of us can do. But in light of this happening and kind of how I've been feeling, and when the year ending and the new year starting soon, just kind of thinking like, what do I want the next year to look like? And God just keeps saying to me, get back to the basics, back to the basics, back to the basics. So I'm going to start over day one. Because ultimately it's not about recovery dates, and dates are great. Celebrating milestones is great. It gives hope. It inspires people. But I think personally for me, and I'm just speaking for me, that I can get way too caught up in the time and the date and what it looks like, and that's not what any of this is about. So I'm not going to measure it in years and how long it's been that I've been off heroin. July will be 3 years, but and that's great. That's something I should, you know, celebrate for sure. But I don't personally feel like inside, emotionally, spiritually, that I'm where I should be. So I'm going to completely just start day one over, like 24 hours at a time. And that's all I'm going to measure. I'm not going to measure days, weeks, months. I'm just going to measure 24 hours because God's just speaking to me that that's the only way I'm going to grow and really get to where I want to be. But you can see I got my name tag on. I look like a dork. Anyways, but I just wanted to share that because I feel very, I'm not going to say kind of, I do feel bad. I feel bad for the way I reacted. I feel bad that I was angry because this is a disease, and I wouldn't be angry at someone for having cancer. And of all people, I should understand how hard it is. And I want to be more compassionate, and I hope all of us as a recovery community can kind of just stand up and say, hey, you know, we need to stop treating people who relapse as failures. We need to stop gossiping about the people who come in and out of the rooms and pick up that chip, that 24-hour chip over and over again. Instead, we need to be celebrating that they keep coming back to get that chip, and being there. So that's all I got. That's what's on my heart today. I'd love to hear some feedback, so please leave a comment. Thanks.